everyone you meet, you're kind of like, yuck. And always the lesson is when you get to know their backstory, you come to understand them and like them better.
Welcome to Proofread, a podcast to help you read more of what you love and less of what you don't.
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Proofread. I am Tyler, and with me as always is
Kacy.
And as you know, we are your reading guides to how should I spend my reading time.
Guides, shamans, friends, peers, cohorts, comrades.
All of it, right? All of it. We are here for you, comrade. The goal of this podcast is to help you find the right reads for you, right? Life's a little too short to spend time reading something that you're not going to like, right?
Right.
So today we have a fun novel, right? This is a book that's called Remarkably Bright Creatures. It is by Shelby Van Pelt, and it is her debut novel.
Debut novel.
Which is exciting.
Yep.
She grew up in the Pacific Northwest. She now lives somewhere in Chicago, I think. But this is a novel that takes place both in the Central Valley of California and in the Pacific Northwest, right? On the Puget Sound, a small town on the Puget Sound.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
This novel was published in 2022, so it's been around for a little while. It did get a lot of interest because they are making a Netflix movie about it.
Yes.
Right? So it is turning into a Netflix movie in May of 2026. There'll be a Netflix movie, which is exciting. The key thing about this book that everyone should know if they don't is that it has an octopus as the main character, or as a narrator. As a narrator,
yeah. There's a split perspective. Some of the book is by the octopus, and then you also have other narrators.
Yeah. This brings up my octopus narrated books to one. Is that where you're at?
That's right.
Yeah, this is my first time reading.
It's the only one, it's a first that an octopus narrates a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the premise here is this octopus sees several characters that kind of come in and out, and then there's other characters that are connected to these characters. And I want to say that this novel is somewhat like Dickensian. I don't know how you say like there are these people have chance encounters with each other over different time periods, and then they kind of like all come together.
I guess it is Dickensian.
I don't know if that's how you say that.
Dickensian.
Actually, we're so sophisticated, Kacy, that it's actually Dickensian.
Yeah, that's right. Dickensian.
So, yeah, that's kind of the overall thing. So there's a movie coming out about it. Some of your friends might have already read it. So if this is one you're thinking about, now is a pivotal moment for you. Are you ready?
Now is a pivotal moment. We're going to tell you 1, 2, 3, read or skip.
Yep. Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
Read.
It's good. I don't know.
You can say skip.
I don't want to give this a hard skip because it's not worth my time, right? And I suppose part of the way I do the reader skip in my mind is if I'm done reading this, am I telling someone, oh, you'll like this, you should read this. And with this book, I didn't finish and go like, oh, you should read this, you'll like this. However, I do think if you read this, you probably would like it.
Yeah, you probably would like it. It's fine. It's fine plus, I think.
Yeah, give us your
You're going to
sense.
say
Why
it's
the read?
fine, and I'm going to say it's fine plus. I've given this book as a gift to people because I think it's not the most amazing book I've ever read. We've done books like that, and we tell you when we think that about a book. It's interesting, and it's narrated by an octopus.
I think that's what a lot of people like, actually, is that it's narrated by an octopus.
It's kind of funny. And
but
the octopus,
longtime listeners of the pod will know that I am not a huge non-human narrator person.
That is right. That is right.
Deep cut.
What was the other book that you didn't like that was like that?
The robot one.
Oh, yeah.
Clara and the Sun, which is fine.
So some things in life are a matter of taste, right?
Yes.
I like this because I like octopi. I think they're very interesting. If you listen to the audiobook, I've read this book and then I also listened to the audiobook.
And then the audiobook.
The audiobook's narrator for the octopus is really, really funny.
Oh, that's funny.
And he just starts. He's like, day 1 of my day 1,299 of my
so they
captivity.
add the tone of it, yeah.
And the tone of it is so funny. It's a really good audiobook.
Yeah.
It's really quite funny.
Oh, that's cool. I did not listen to this. I read it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fine. The octopus was an interesting character, but I didn't laugh.
Well, maybe this will be a better show than it was a book for you.
Yeah,
limited
maybe.
series.
Yeah.
And the other thing I like about this, there are sort of themes about family is kind of a theme, and I think it's well written, and I like it more than you. I think I can tell that I like it more than you, but I think I would say fine plus.
Yeah.
Fine plus. I think it's charming, and I think it's delightful. And did you watch My Octopus Friend?
No.
That's a documentary on.
Oh, I thought it was like
No,
you have a friend who's an octopus person.
It is
I
a
did
show
not know.
about a little octopus that this man dives with every single day. You didn't watch this on Netflix?
No.
And this man like falls in love with this octopus. He
And they, like,
becomes
hang out
obsessed
together
with
under
it.
the
They
sea?
become friends, and they only live for a short amount of time. Oh, I just remembered. It's called My Octopus Teacher.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it would have been funny too if you were like, "Oh, have you seen my octopus teacher?"
I wish I had an octopus friend.
You wish you had an octopus friend and an octopus teacher. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That show was so wild. I recommend watching it. You know, an octopus can walk on its feet like this. It can walk on its tentacles. They're pretty interesting.
So if you are interested in octopi, right, this might be your new favorite book.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I read this right after I had watched My Octopus Friend, which just is so wild and strange that I was just kind of like on an octopus kick for a while. And I love the octopus perspective. And I will say this isn't a spoiler, but the octopus in this book, do you remember his name?
Marcellus.
His name is Marcellus. And he solves a mystery.
Yeah. He does.
And I think an octopus could solve a mystery. I think it's plausible.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I thought, I think this book is worth your time if you pick it up, but I didn't have that instinctive like, oh yeah, everyone needs to read this. But
yeah, I agree. I think you're right.
But there are nice characters, right? Like there are some lovely characters in here.
Yeah.
I think the kind of two stories that are running is that there's this one boy who was raised by his aunt because he's never known his father and his mother's had some substance abuse problems and was unable to care for him. So he's raised by his aunt and he kind of finds himself about age 30 just kicking around trying to figure it out, trying to hold a job.
He's a little bit immature. He's not been successful and he's trying to get it together and he doesn't know a lot about his past.
So you kind of catch him in this moment and then he decides, I'm going to go try and find out more about my past, right?
Yeah.
In hopes of maybe getting some missed child support money from if I can find my father.
Yeah, that is his motive.
That's his motive. So
so that's kind of a mystery. Like, who is his father? What happened to his parents? So that keeps you reading. That's interesting. So it's like Charles Dickens a little bit. Yeah.
He gets a lead. He follows it to a new town, and then everyone in this new town, everything kind of works out for him.
And he too is a little bit, you kind of think, ugh, a little bit of a slacker, a little bit of a loser. But then, you kind of start to love this guy and you see where he's coming from. I like that.
So it's kind of like a journey narrative and Stranger Comes to Town situation, right? Where you've got the journey of this guy leaves. He's raised in Central Valley, California, goes up to this small town on the Puget Sound, and he's kind of bouncing around this small town trying to piece together what happened, right?
Yeah.
And there's another mystery in this small town that he encounters.
It keeps you reading because you kind of want to know. And in the meantime, it's I think nicely written, well done.
Yeah.
Kind of funny and interesting and not cliches. Like it's pretty unique.
Well, for me, I think the point is like, is this a little too convenient? It's all convenient. It's just so convenient.
Yeah, but it isn't a pat ending, and it's not that predictable.
I don't necessarily mean that it's predictable. I just mean some of the plot things to work out
super convenient. But I like how it's convenient. I mean, it's got to be convenient enough that an octopus can solve all this stuff. Okay, so certain things, I mean, an octopus can only lift a small amount and can only travel a certain amount and has only observed certain things. But it is convenient because this octopus happens to have seen and heard and experienced everything he needs to.
Yes.
To solve this.
To know what's going down.
Mystery, which it is convenient and it's fantastic, I think. And so
I like that as we're talking about it, you're getting more excited about this book.
know.
So you are getting a full.
I like this.
She's
book.
moving away from Fine Plus to read this.
I'm still saying Fine Plus. Okay. You could skip this book and it would be okay. But if you read it, I think you'll enjoy your time reading it. And I'm very interested to see how they do the TV show. I think it's a limited series. Maybe it's a movie. I don't know. But you said movie. You're probably right.
Movie.
You're probably right.
And I think movie would work better for this than a limited series.
Yeah, it's not really probably
There's not that
long
much
enough.
going on. Yeah.
And then there's this main character. Her name is Tova.
Right.
And she's older. And I feel like that, although she is older than me, but I am interested in some of these kinds of life transitions and changes that have just become more relevant to me. And, it starts with her brother dying and she has to go and pick up his stuff. I read this at a time when my stepdad had just died and I was like, like getting their stuff. And anyway, I don't want to give away too many plot points, but she's just going through some later half of life things that I found really relatable. And also, like I said, she is older than me, but this
I think she's like supposed to be in her mid-70s.
Yeah, but this kind of thing where she's got these other older women and they're starting to get achy and have health problems. Their children are grown and gone. Some of their spouses are gone. And it's like, what do you do? Like, are you done?
Yeah.
And do you just check into a senior citizen place? Is that what you do? I mean, when do you do that?
Well, that's kind of nice.
And how do you make those decisions?
It's nice, too, because you have both ends of this. You have the woman that's kind of like, what do I do now, right, with all this stuff? And then you have the young man who's
this
just
young adult kid.
Yeah, trying to put it together.
Yeah, which is why I think I think it has mass appeal. Two people I've given this book to is my son, who's like, he's 25 or something. Mm-hmm. And then I've recommended this to a lot of friends we're in the later half of life, like empty nester and on.
Yeah.
And I think, and then of course, all the octopus
yeah.
aficionados. Everyone's going to want to read that.
I thought you meant all your octopus
all my
friends.
Octopus friends. My octopus friend.
So, would you say this is similar to anything? Like, what is it
I
kept thinking of like a Dickens novel, just in that sense of a couple different characters, you're following different plots, and then they all kind of come together.
Yeah, that is what it's like. I didn't think that at the time, but that is what it's like. But that might turn a lot of people off who think that David Copperfield is super long and probably not reading
like
it.
Dickens prose at all.
It's not like that.
I'm just saying the concept of a novel that
all this stuff is happening, and you do kind of learn a lot. You know, there's this Scottish guy that really likes the Grateful Dead and works in a grocery store, and you're kind of like, why are we? Everything you do hear about does become relevant at the end. Yeah, and I like it.
Content warning stuff? What do you think?
I was thinking about that while we were reading. Maybe PG-13. It's nothing graphic. I don't know. I can't remember if there's any swearing and just like mentions.
Adult content. Sometimes we use that as a euphemism. I'm not using that as a euphemism. I'm just saying this is not a teen book, right?
No.
This is about characters who are in their 30s or in their 70s, and the trail there. Mm-hmm. The 30-year-old meets a girl, and they have a relationship.
Yeah. And the
none of this is
ant
like,
in the trailer park has...
Yes, exactly. None of this is described in the book, but it is a part of the story. I guess I just mean that this is a more mature content in terms of the relationships, the conversations.
Right, exactly.
There's not...
nothing explicit, but mature content, yeah. Okay, so what shelf?
I would put this on my octopus shelf. No.
That's what I'm thinking, too. I'm going to,
No, I think this is a shelf for me that is like... this has happened to me maybe a couple times where someone's visiting with us and they're like, oh, I want to read something. And this is like a really easy recommendation because there's nothing strong one way or the other. It's not like you have to love you don't have to love octopi to love this, you know. Mm-hmm. But I think this is like, oh, here's a fun book.
Yeah, it's a fun book. A lot of people will like it.
So that's kind of on my like novel, like, hey, here's a fun novel that you might be interested in.
I think it has mass appeal, and I think it's a pleasure to read and just kind of fun and interesting.
That's what I'd put it on.
Yeah, and I will say this again. I would put it on the shelf which has made me believe that an octopus could solve a crime. Because when I was telling my daughter this, I was like, it's about, the octopus, and this is the octopus talking. And she's like, oh, so this is like, like a fairy tale or like fantasy where an octopus talks. And I was like, no, it's this is realistic. Like everything the octopus does in this book, they could do in real life.
Yeah.
I think so. It's not fantasy.
No.
It's not fantasy.
No, it's a realist situation.
It's just that an octopus does solve a crime. And I believe that one could.
Yeah.
So, well... What do you think, Shelby Van Pelt?
Shelby Van Pelt, Remarkably Bright Creatures. You've been proofread. We're so sophisticated on this. That's why you come to us.
Yes, for sophistication.
That's right.
Proofread is a production of BYU Radio and is produced by Jeff Simpson with help from Erica Price, Becca Hurley, and Lisa Valentine Clark. Find us on YouTube at Proofread Podcast for video clips and more. And please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for spending your time with us today, and happy reading.